This auger that's bent is a stainless steel one that was made especially for us, so it doesn't wear out with the soil and bits and bobs in our chip. Anyway, can't get one for a few weeks other than a standard one, so we're going to try and straighten this to keep it going for the next few weeks, because it was about 2,000 quid. We've took the bearing off the end now, so we're going to put it on the floor in the workshop, block it, push it, get the middle bend out of it, and then we're going to try and get the twist out the end as well then. I don't know if to slide it in a concrete block that's full of concrete, one of them A blocks we use for the grain divisions, or whether we can try and get it in a bearing press, we'll see. Fuel in the Merlot, it's done 936 hours. A lot of reflection off the glass, but we're just going to push down with the boom. See if that's got it there now. Got the bow out of it now, we're just going to try and get the twist out the far end. Again, push down with the Merlot. Rolls now anyway. Wouldn't roll before it was that bent. Warming it up now, so I'm set 5 o'clock. Right, push down on it again now. Right, try that, it's pretty straight I think now. That's the culprit. Thread that lace through there now. Sam's made the hole bigger. Tough these Michelins. That's it. I feel like this is boring content, messing with auger, but it's just unfortunately what we're doing today. We're going to swing that in now and bolt it up again.
Architrave stuff, whatever it's called.
Oh, that was last time it came out. So that's all lined up now. Just want to bolt that up that end. I wasn't going to change this bearing, but Andrew took it out and half the rollers are missing. Right, hold on, I've got to take the strap off. This is the gearbox that's broken up with the keyway. I've got this spare one here, but the input shafts are different and we can't change them because the shaft for the motor is a different size, but that is completely broken up. Just annoying that that won't lift out and fit in that, but then worm gears are different, aren't they? Having a nightmare with this ash auger. It isn't the boiler's fault, it's because the fuel we run we produce ourselves out of basically waste. So we often get bits of contaminants, whether it be soil, stones or bits of metal. And then also when they do jam up, we often turn the breaker up because it trips itself out if it feels too much load and puts itself in reverse. But sometimes it'll jam up and it won't reverse, so we'll chip the breaker up, the amps on the breaker, to get it to go backwards, clear it and put it back. But sometimes we then forget to put that back down again, so we think that's what's happened. I think it's just been going as it wanted. The auger's been quite hot because it's running with hot ash and it's twisted itself, caused a bend in it, and that's all this problem, and now the gearbox is broken. Anyway, we can't fix the gearbox with the bits that we had because the motor shaft sizes are wrong. Anyway, Chris from Manco is going to come tomorrow with a spare auger in case we need it and a new gearbox, get it all back together, and then we'll be up and running again. But we can still run the boiler for like just the hot water for the house and things, at the heating of the offices and things, because it doesn't produce a lot of ash doing that. But when we're drying grain or we're drying chip and we're using it hard, we're using a lot of chip and we're producing a lot of ash. So we're just sort of on a bit of a shutdown for drying, but we can still keep everywhere warm. Spud harvester now doing one of the last passes with this big block. A bit wet on the headlands yesterday, but not so bad today. Just as I said that, it's now actually started spitting with rain as well. But quite a few tops that we're going to have to chop up. These might block the drill, so they're not really rotted down yet. So we'll get the discs on, disc level, might chop them up and then sumo it. Just floats on them tracks, it doesn't even cut in at all. See what happens at the end now when it turns, where it's wet. What's he doing now? Is he backing up? Oh no, someone's getting off. He's done it. The back axle steers as well, doesn't it? Yeah, if you look, the tracks pivot as well, like on a digger, to make it more manoeuvrable. Puts the shear down now. See it now start moving. Turn the PTO on, or the web on. Digging that side now. The basket's taking up to the top. Just missed that then. Rocky had to run to his tractor because the harvester's full. About 50 acres here. They started digging it yesterday morning. It's now 3:30 and they've finished. Pretty good going. They'll pull underneath now and then they'll turn the elevator on and lower it down. Start filling up. He says. What's he doing? No, don't know what he's doing. With Valtteri now for another load. Oh, he's going around the wet hole first. There's a wet hole there. So he's going around it first before he starts to empty so he doesn't get stuck in the wet hole. Because the harvester will go where the tractors won't. Because the tractors are obviously on tyres and they cut in, whereas the harvester's on tracks, and it's just like driving on a mat all the time. So the harvester's just coming out the wet hole now. And then they'll start emptying. It's supposed to be a really bad day tomorrow for rain, so I don't think they're digging tomorrow. What's he doing now? Backing up. Must be a blockage or something. Some fairly deep ruts there on the headland that we're going to have to try and level off. They've got these few rows here left to dig as well. This is quite wet here. I'm not sure whether there's a water main leaks here because this field always seems to be wet along here even in the summer, and then there it's obviously quite wet and rutted, so we'll have to level that off as well. That's what we need a quad track for. There we go, he's emptying now. Quick summer barley update and sunflower update. Sunflowers are still growing, they're about waist height now, and then the summer barley is totally in here. It needs a bit of sunshine now. It's had plenty of moisture underneath it, as you can see, but it's supposed to be after Wednesday. It's supposed to be horrendous tomorrow for rain, then after Wednesday it's going to be dry for 9 days, so we'll have to see what happens. Just looking at it now, it's actually, some of that looks funny colours, but when you look close it doesn't. So oh yeah, some of them seeds there are blind, so this doesn't look like they're going to fill out. Oh, that's a bit stress which has been driven on, or not, I don't know. Maybe a bit of disease in it, but it's had no spray at all, and it's had no fertiliser. It's literally just been put in the ground. But yeah, some of them look, I don't think you can see on the camera. See how there's like green ones and then white ones? I presume the white ones won't fill, but they're quite big heads, to be fair. So we'll keep an eye on it anyway. Got to jump in the shower now. We've got George Eustace is talking at the NFU Fringe event at the Conservative Party conference in Manchester. So we're going to get the train up there, see what he has to say, and see what's going on with all these pigs as well. Forgot to say, actually, yeah, on Friday, Andrew bought the 4955, so he's just sorting that out now and selling his JCB. And then I've ordered the 14... What's it called now? 1455 as well. It's funny how they all end in 55. It's confused me then. John Deere numbers and David Brown numbers. And then I'm obviously talking to him now as well about the MB track as well. So hopefully we can sort something out with that, because I think that looked pretty cool. That's back in now. It will turn, not quite by hand, but it turns and it's not catching the sides now. So hopefully it's straight enough to work tomorrow. That's about it for today. Thanks to everyone that's new that's watching. Don't forget to say where you're watching from. Haven't got an update on Jonathan yet. I'm just hoping that no news is good news. Anyway, I'm going to dive in the shower and get to Manchester on the train. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Don't forget, if you want to watch another video, click there. If you want to subscribe, it's over there. I'll see you tomorrow.